What's good, YouTube? Ben here. Welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Let's get into this. So, we're going to take a look at this. I actually streamed this the night it came out. Wait, password? What? I don't want to join a password. Why do I need a password? Fine. Okay, weird. But regardless, what is your guys' experience with the Classic Collection? I've seen so much hate for this online. Don't get me wrong, I'm not loving it. Like, there's definitely a lot of things they could have done better, and I hate the whole system of, you know, buy now, we'll fix it later kind of thing. But that does my nutting, because being realistic here, like, you shouldn't pay for a game and then have it not work properly at launch. Like, it's honestly kind of dumb. Can I not jump in at all? Thank you. You know, the game should work perfectly fine at launch. It should. And one thing I've been noticing in my own personal experience with online matches in this is how much enemies damage sponge. Like, it's insane. The accuracy of shots are not good. Like, you can shoot things till the cows come home, and a lot of times, it just will not hit. Like... And don't get me wrong, the games look and play decently well. Like, control-wise, they control perfectly fine. I take no real issues. I feel like the controls could have been implemented a little bit better. Like, I kind of feel like they could have been, not gonna lie. But at the same time... Ow. But at the same time, like, for... the price you pay, and don't get me wrong, like, if these were £60 or $60 or whatever, like, they would not be worth it to any capacity whatsoever. I mean, for a single player experience, you play single player, I've played quite a bit of single player, and they're actually really fun in single player mode. So, like, single player is not the problem here. Multiplayer is the big issue, and it was the biggest selling point for the game. Like, people bought this to play multiplayer because they promised, you know, 64 vs 64 online matches. Which, to be fair, they do deliver that. Like, they do. It's one of those situations where they do actually offer it, but at the same time, it's so broken. Like, it just becomes more of a hindrance than anything else. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still fun to play. It's just when you go online and, let's say you jump into an already created lobby, right? You're going in a lobby that's already got players in it, right? And they're close to winning, and you literally constantly get spawn ganked. There's nothing you can do. Like, I'm not too sure what it's like on console, because I'm playing on PC. I am using a controller, though, because I do not play games with a keyboard. See, look at this. That clone was already there when I spawned. Like, what am I supposed to do, other than either take him out quickly, or die? Like, look at this. There was legit nothing I could do there. And it seems to be like a running trend with this game. Like, everyone has the same complaints, and they need to address it fast. Because I've seen it, like, people have already started returning it, like, on Steam. They've been going ahead and just like, you know what, no, I'm on a refund because of how annoying it gets. And it's such a shame too, because, like, when this got announced, I was so happy. I was like, it comes out the 14th of March, I get paid, so I can buy it at launch. You know, I can chill, I can play Battlefront with the, you know, with the boys. Like, we can actually just relax, and it's so cool. Instead, what I got was a really good single-player experience. Single player is fine. I take no issues with single player, other than the fact that the aiming is a bit jank. But, again, I can work around that, whatever. But... you know, I also bought this to play it online, and when you can't really play online properly because, one, server issues, two, because the game is so unbalanced that it becomes impossible, and three, the damage sponge. Oh my god, like, enemies sponge damage like no one's business. I could be right in someone's face and they still take 20 bullets to kill. Like, why do people take so much damage? Like, look at this. I'm having to shoot them 1 billion times. Don't get me wrong, I know my aim is not great. That's part of the game's fault and also partly my fault. But at the same time, enemies shouldn't be sponging that hard. Like, this takes me back to, like, Call of Duty World at War days. And don't get me wrong, the originals came out before Call of Duty. However, these remakes came out, like, 2 days ago, as of recording this. So, I would say that you paid, I mean, I paid 26 because I pre-ordered it on Steam. And I'd say for £26, the single player, perfect. That's a good price for the single player on its own. The multiplayer, they've got to fix, because it is a nightmare. But let me know what you think in the comments down below about this. And I did stream this, so if you want to watch me whilst I'm live, I do go live here on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you want to join me on when I'm live, then, you know, you can always follow me on Twitch, the link's down below, and subscribe here on YouTube and turn notifications, you know, when I go live. But I don't know, like, it's been such a frustrating experience for me that at this point I'm just sat there kind of like, you know, I want to love this, but I can't right now. If they fix it, great. But I'm still not happy about the fact that, you know, you have to buy a broken game for them to fix it later through patches. Like, what's wrong with fixing it now? Or fixing it before it came out? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, bug test the game a bit more. The worst part is, as well, no one knew this was coming at all. No one knew. Like, this was a complete surprise when they announced it. So, like, you know, if you're going to announce something so timeless as this that's going to get people excited, you need to make sure the game freaking works before you release it. Because you will get absolutely ass blasted. But at the same time, one thing I find very funny about this whole situation is this game releases and everyone's in an uproar in this state. When Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out, people were just like, whatever. And I'm like, are we kidding? You can't have your cake and eat it too, okay? Like, if you complain about one, you've got to complain about them all. Scarlet and Violet released in such a terrible state, it took them 9 months to fix it. Like, I'm not being funny, but that's bullshit. You know, any game that releases in a kind of state where it's borderline unplayable in certain instances, you've got to call the developers out, because if you don't, they're not going to fix it. And I've read reports that there are patches being made for this as we speak, which is great, but they still shouldn't have released it in this state. They just shouldn't have done. It's definitely not ideal in any capacity. Like, just fix your game and let us enjoy the Battlefront that we grew up with. Because I grew up with Battlefront, and I love the original Battlefronts. Holy crap, they are so freaking good. Like, let me enjoy and remember Battlefront the way I remember it. But yeah, don't forget, guys, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget you can also support the channel further by becoming a channel member from us until 99 pence per month here in the UK. And like I said earlier, if you want to watch me live stream, I do live stream here on YouTube and over on Twitch. Don't forget you can also join me here on YouTube live streams by turning on notifications and subscribing. And if you want to join me on Twitch, don't forget you can join me by clicking on the link in the description and following me over there. Thank you for watching today's video. You can hit the button on the right to subscribe to the channel. You can hit the button on the left to watch the previous video. Don't forget to like and comment on this video to help boost it in the algorithm. And don't forget you can also support me further by becoming a channel member. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.